FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to your favorite show, The Brunch Show. Once again, we tell you yesterday, so the day today. If you not be there yesterday, you miss a whole lot. And when they ask you back this question, what see you they see way different? What do you observe? We they are bigger and better. Anytime they come back, will they come 10 times bigger? So this is your favorite show, The Brunch Show on 97.1 FM, the biggest radio station at the country.
Yeah, with a broadcast in 10 different districts.
With the same frequency.
97.1 FM. So that means you're not going to need for change the dial.
If you travel from Freetown, not just the 97.1, as you dey go, you dey still get to it. So me paddy in Mama Campton, he come out bo. He say, "Usai do kasi radio." He say, "Radio, we dey here na bo." I say, "Yes, nice one." So any side you dey in the country, you dey able get to it, and they part of the conversations that we get. Now yeah, and as we know, we talk about everything and anything related to life. So you, we concern your community, your home, your family. And today the topic, if you go on Facebook right now, the topic we get, that's something we want to talk about. And we get tissue.
It's very touching.
It's very touching
in different ways.
Different ways. Some man are the positive way, some man are the, but we'll not have tears here. So again, welcome to The Brunch Show, your favorite show. And you can call, you can send you text messages, you can go on WhatsApp and send you message, give you contribution. You can go on Facebook on Radio Fry Fry. Always the hear. So if not radio they listen, you then watch our live on Facebook and our website www.fryfry.live. And today we topic before we topic today. Now, your first romantic relationship.
Hey, the phone lines,
The phone. Emma just give you the phone number wait for call or send you message to 088-971-971. But wait till no begin call right now and begin wait till they get to a point where they ask you questions or give you contribution. Share your story. Why you wait you back don't go through? If you pass the same thing I don't pass through, or you don't big pass me on, or me on big pass you on, but we'll get to that point. But before us, I know how we always do we can get to quote of the day. And we quote of the day.
It come off from Christopher Point Dexter. And he says, the first time you fall in love, it changes you forever. No matter how hard you try, that feeling just doesn't go away. Oh gosh. Just reading that quote, the memories.
It keeps rushing. I know if not good memories and we verse for today. Say,
I believe they come off from songs. And in back now, very,
Songs of Solomon, nice man can use for explain. So Songs of Solomon say.
I want you to emphasize when you're reading this one, please. Yes.
What's in this verse? I say Solomon, it gets sense. It be nowhere to go past through. He said, "Do not awaken love until the time is right."
Oh.
So if the time not right, you shake her.
And some of us will be shaking too much.
I be they say, it better for that you give me what mama be they say. Wait till be they warn me, because we awaken love when it's not
right time, exactly.
So Solomon was the wisest man on earth. For this reason, I give it to you. So me and your host for today, me and me, Koroma and ANDREA with
Brigitte, Dalton-Sesay.
And we'll get to wonderful guest winner,
ANDREA SNELL.
I look forward to listening to ANDREA.
ANDREA, I request for one box.
She has a lot to say.
It is well.
It is definitely well. So more get to the topic. More get straight to the topic. And remember, you can send your WhatsApp messages if you know one call. Some man not able to talk, you know, able to explain. So you just type. You can send them to 088-971-971. And you can watch this on our Facebook and our website on www.firefly.life. Remember, we call it live to you all the time. So we topic your first romantic relationship. This now the first experience, and it comes with excitement, anxiety, uncertainty. Sometimes
hopefulness as well, because you have a lot of plans.
yeah, you don't begin
feel
fanny
like-
color.
Yeah, you
wear
feel like
the
exactly that's the person you're gonna live with forever.
When I begin join name, I will change your name later. So as I say, it comes with mixed feelings.
Yeah.
You may be certain, someone's so certain, and you put your whole being, your whole heart. They not want you say heartbreak day. So you put your whole heart into this first time experience with innocence, say
Naivety.
naive, like you not get no warning, no forewarning. You need to listen safe. You need to listen to advice. You know, I know waiting them say. Like sometimes you see the people go back and watch the people. Like, oh. So now this will be the ultimate. Oh, but some people they are very lucky because their first time experience end up for be the only people they end up with. So
Andrea, please
please, I want to explain to me how your first time experience be there like.
Love. First experience in love. Well, like, una rightly say, una start, say, it gets actually so much joy. We just start, like, oh, mind you, your first experience in love, you were nothing. Like, you not be the make.
Sure.
You were just
natural.
exactly. So you thinking a guy would see me and like me as I am. Don't fly. Oh, this pussy love me. So you will do anything for later pussy they want you. So the things we did for first love. Shameful for talk. But we just get for talk.
Yeah.
For the one then we not get first love yet. So then go you know. But it's tough. It's well.
And yeah, no, do they make it is well? And yeah, no, open the box.
One like open the box.
Okay, so my first experience, first time love. I think I've been there senior secondary.
Okay.
And there was this guy.
Why they watch this camera like, yo, bro,
Just maybe he's watching.
bro.
Yeah. So I been to go school and he was older than me. I think about 8 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. So imagine he was more mature and more experienced, and I was just fine guy. You want me, you know. So I skipped classes. My mom, I hope you're not listening to this. I skipped
Tell her
classes.
to close her ears.
Please. I skipped classes. That's it. I'm gonna go. Sorry, it was JSS. I'm gonna go and I skipped classes. Started going, hanging out with him. So you know, somebody take poda.
First of all, wait. Rush me.
me.
So you were leaving class
Yeah.
for this
For
guy.
hangout. They chill. Netflix and chill.
The things we do for love, eh?
Wait, sir, constantly they are like, anyway, that was just one part. So I did Grey Bush at the time. So imagine from Grey Bush to Aniwash, quite a journey. So like now poda woman they take. They take taxi, go St. John. Then from St. John, with the waka.
So she was doing. She did half push,
It's spot no
half
do.
struggle.
We will walk.
With our leggedies. Just
You say we like we not be.
me and the posse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At the time.
Okay, I love
It was
pie.
yeah. That's the thing. We will pipe. Mind you, will not get destination.
Oh,
Just being in his company.
okay.
Yeah. And then I'll pass in front
That's
of my
cute.
school.
No wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder it be they fly.
That's just the start. But it not last long because eventually I know I don't fail in my studies and this guy not they help me.
So she beats me.
So
Because Nazi.
yeah, so I begin pick sense. I pick sense quick.
Okay.
The first time.
Okay.
The first time I picked sense quick. And the second time I was not that lucky, but the first time I was lucky. I
Okay.
picked sense quick. So yeah, I stopped it and the gaslighting started. Yeah, but that was my experience first time. So I had to fail for love.
So into that inside that relationship, who ended the relationship?
I did.
So you served breakfast. How did he
It was
feel?
Hot. But then I feel I'm back.
Aww.
Because I was thinking, when I said, it's over, he'll come begging. And
You know, big. It's
in my dreams.
So I remember something happened as well. After, for me, serving breakfast or telling somebody that I'm not interested again with that long message, and they tell you exactly what you do. So I expect you for pick from the message and tell me, say, oh, we don't need for end the relationship now. I will work on it. But some man go just say, okay.
That's
Why?
painful. That's past where they say it's over.
It's over. Why you for say, okay, tell me, say we'll work on it. That's why you effect follow. But I'm making effect for you.
It's for me.
And they were not fighting.
They wouldn't.
So that means you don't even tell me, you don't serve me breakfast that you had. You just made me talk.
Just confirm my number.
So I know say Miss Snell now we guessed. But I feel like the way you did,
Me, I don't have much. I only had one.
Oh.
And I served breakfast too.
Wow.
But I learned a lot in relationships. Actually, I was quite mature. I tried not to rush.
Okay.
But I know the feeling of first love. Like, you literally feel like you're on cloud 9.
Yes.
Like, everything is just
It's special.
amazing. Like you said, like, when the person tells you they like you, like... And it's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, oh my God.
the first thing I need for
All
my
the
guy.
compliments that you receive, you're like, listen, this guy makes me feel good. And I need to feel good all the time. And that's what first love always does. Attraction does that for you as well. And, you know, sometimes we can mistake in attraction and actual, like, are you compatible
Yeah.
with the person? Like, you forget, like, compatibility
think
goes,
what I
like,
said.
out the door.
Yeah.
Because you're not even thinking about
No.
it. You're just acting on your feelings at the moment and just that attraction, that first attraction. And then sometimes as well, like, whatever attracted you to the person, maybe like in the first couple of months, as time goes on, you're like, you know what?
Fade.
I don't like this. I don't like what you do.
Yeah.
I don't think we can be together for very long. And so, like, things, you start assessing the situation a lot more. And now, like, compatibility now comes in when you start to assess, like, are we actually compatible?
Yeah.
You started explaining that a little bit by saying, like, listen, you're making me fail. If you're supposed to be like my love and my person,
Yeah,
you're
help
supposed
me
to support
study,
me.
support me,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you're not supposed to let me fail.
Also say go back in a class.
Yeah.
But not for supporting for
then-
cake more.
In fact, that immediately remind me for the time.
Oh, wow.
So what are those things that we think or what we feel like compatibility really means, or what to for really look for when it comes to being compatible with people? Because sometimes we can mistake and say compatibility means being the same. And it not really means say, like me, I feel like I'm not able to date person really fever me. We not go last long. So if I dey look for person when are the same, me not go think that they are being compatible. So what do you feel like compatibility really means when it comes to relationship? Because I feel like there are people out there where go really learn from this, or they say, especially when it comes to attraction and love. Because sometimes now, me before I like us like just dress. As I see you dress nice or smell
Really
good, I don't know. It gonna take 3 months for me. Okay, now just you dress not to really love. I be like, or maybe some people they talk so well, and the way they talk, I just go they lost in your words and forget to say. I just want me always to talk to me, and thank God for Kawe. Maybe the way you handle issues, the way you handle things. I said it doesn't go down well with me. Maybe you go talk fine, but you get bad character.
Your character is bad.
Your characteristics is very, very bad. So we too feel like compatibility really means, especially when we don't grow older compared to what we were looking for when we were way younger.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you never
It was all on looks.
It was
Compatibility was all on looks.
and what you could do and how you make me feel. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I just I support to some point with you say. The only difference is I would like someone that looks like me.
Okay.
To
some extent,
point,
yeah.
To some extent,
When you say look like you, what do you mean by that?
not physically, like characteristics.
Like, what are the characters you want them to possess?
Yeah, myself.
But they give you an
God
opportunity.
fearing, loving person. I am a very romantic person.
Oh.
So I love little gestures, here and there. I like for talk.
Communication is key to you. Okay.
Every tiny thing. The way you talk, the way you sneeze. Just for us to have an understanding.
Okay.
This is it. So when we don't talk about them in the future, I have no problem with it. So just few characteristics. So if that person they possess some of them, sure, why not? But then compatibility to me means now more mature and all means somebody will compliment.
Okay.
Yeah, the areas that we are lack.
Okay.
Because we all know perfect. Aside we lack. So the areas that we are lack, person way they can feel in that space.
Okay.
Think of one thing. I won't say it. But some of the things that I like.
Give us
for
the
example,
one.
this is not me. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
So let's say I'm a lazy person and I need somebody to push me for do stuff.
Or stop procrastinating.
Yes, and then that person is somebody that is what's the word? He's up and going. He likes to do things,
Yeah.
That is one thing that I think is compatibility to me. Yeah. And another thing would be somebody we get the same goal oriented, same goals.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be thinking of doing, example, being a musician. No offense to the pastor. And then me person say he wants to be a pastor. So automatically be like, oh, I'm a pastor. You can't do music, not gospel music though.
Okay.
All the music. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Example.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So it doesn't align.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think.
I mean, worthless. Yeah.
Ish,
Mama.
Mama is. So it wouldn't gel.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I think is.
Yeah.
And one more thing where people might not agree with me, but it is my personal is looks for me. I mean, wouldn't be like this. And
You felt weapon fashion like this.
even if you the fashion, it's a fashion in style.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and of late, I see myself, although it looks sort of like the paramount thing, but it matters.
It matters to
Yes,
everybody.
it does. So I looks also as in how you package
Yourself.
how you present yourself to the public, even privately.
Yeah.
Because some man when he kind of street, he's well.
What are they
packaged.
together?
No. So yeah, I think those are the three things.
Yeah.
So you actually mentioned something about like pastor and so some people maybe the person they go there together before the person actually get a calling of being a pastor. Then the woman be the leave or dress one kind of way, and now you don't get the calling. You want the other person for change. So if una goal not aligned from the very start, you start having issues, and the woman go say, "That's why you meet me. That's why I be there before." So why all of the sudden do I have to? So I said people don't break up because of that day, and they had issues in their relationship. Because I feel like if you want me the person change, it will take time and compromise from your own part as well.
And the person has to believe in your dream and what you're doing, because that would allow them to naturally change without you having to put pressure on them.
Yeah.
Because like you say, if you're already aligned, it doesn't matter how the journey goes and what changes happen.
Yeah.
You're already aligned, so you're gonna work with whatever the person.
Yeah, true. So that also can be a problem because especially when we community as Christians and we don't find that so many times pastors get divorced. Maybe the person now reserved mama or reserved person on his own. But you want this mama way
It's on fire.
and like just do. Now you got call. Just
No,
do
it's not a
you.
conference call.
Just do you. So how can people, especially when they're not married already, how do you manage those circumstances? Or if you find yourself in a position where una get a goal at first, but now una they get God can call
Shift,
person
yeah.
anytime.
Anytime.
So una they get a shift, or maybe not so even the man, the woman then gets the
yeah.
calling, and the man in just let for go out, party, if they
Chill.
drink before,
Yeah.
so they go say, daddy, I see I under like mommy then they prayer and fasting, or you want make the man begin for prayer and fast now with you. So how do people really manage that when they are already married?
Okay, well, why are you still looking at me? Okay, for me, I would say I'm in a fortunate situation. Not everybody's fortunate, but I am the chameleon in the relationship.
Can change.
I'm the one changing. And so like even from the start of our relationship, I already knew that our goals were aligned, that we're like very driven people. It doesn't matter what we're driving. We're very driven people. We want to achieve. And so I made the choice of leaving where I was in the UK. And people would be like, first of all, why would you leave the UK to come to Africa?
Nobody understands.
Yeah,
Not Africa,
Sierra Leone.
and I'm like, because of love, that what love be that? No. So I made the decision to leave everything I had and come over. Secondly, I was a very quiet and reserved person. And the person I'm married to is very like outgoing, an extrovert, loud. There's no way he's around, you can't hear him.
Like, go laugh.
Yes, and he makes you laugh and all these different things. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm like in my shell kind of person. But like we're talking about in a relationship, he was willing to talk with me on certain things I should work on. Like for example, if somebody like 10 years ago, if you met me, if you greet me, I'll just say hi. And then like, I'm not doing any eye contact and then just look away. And it's like, yeah, if you do that, most people think like you're stuck up or like you feel like you're better than them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even feel that way. And he said, no, you have to change your approach. Like be more friendly, engage more. So if somebody says hi,
Hello.
like
How are
really
you?
engage and smile with them and ask them how they're
How are
doing.
you?
So like I've had to change, but it wasn't in a negative way. And even like with regards like what he likes, I'm not a music person. He is a very music person. And so like he would like, oh come join back up. I'm like, I don't even have a voice. I don't even know what you're talking about, but no. But he like kept pushing me to just join anything that he was doing. And that has created who I am today. So I'm still my semi-reserved, but I'm more bold. I'm much bolder than before. And so that's why I say I'm a chameleon.
Yeah,
but it was in a good way, not in a bad way, because some
Be
people,
flexible.
some people in relationships, they get to really get a nudge from the other person, like in a very controlling way. And that's what leads now to breakup, when you're not doing it in a way that complements the person, or you're trying to push them to positive growth. If you're not doing it in a positive way, the person's not going to receive it. That's basically how I look at it. So your example, I'm a Christian, and I would call myself like a non-denominational Christian, because it depends on the church. If the church preaches good word, I'm there. Like I don't follow a denomination for the sake of it. And so like, if somebody like, what denomination are you? I'm like, I'm a Christian. I don't that's basically what I am. Whereas like the person I'm with, he's a pastor of a particular church. And so even like how I engage had to change, because I'm not just now a regular Christian. I'm now like a pastor's wife. And so there's certain things in my demeanor, in my character that had to change. I was definitely not somebody that you could just put up on a pulpit and preach. I will sweat like 1,000 buckets first. I am not confident in like speaking in front of people. And my husband was like, listen, I know like everything is not you, but there will be moments where people are going to expect. So like just do a version of you. So he didn't want to like mold me into whatever like you're explaining. He didn't do that. It's like whatever you're comfortable with, like you can choose topics that you can teach on. You don't need to preach, because you're very good at teaching. So that's how like we've been working with each other. And so that's why I agree on your word that you're using when you say alignment. It's very, very key, because I don't have to be who you are as my partner, or you are my partner. I just need to be aligned to what you're doing. So if I believe in what you're doing, then I'll be more than willing to support. So like, even when it comes to like personal business and stuff like that, you would see me at the back, never at the front. He's always at the front. So I'll be checking to ensure that we have money. I'll be checking to ensure that everything is set up right, that we have the people to support. I'll be talking to the people just to ensure things go right.
Yeah.
But then that's my own role. So I don't need to compete with him and come to the forefront. Whereas like some relationships require you to do that, or some men push you, or it could be a woman, push you to do that. So that's how I'm looking at what you're explaining.
Okay, so after what you said, you say my talk.
Talk about you.
Yeah, may talk English. So after what you don't say, it make I realize, say, from your conversation, there is love. So I want to ask, because me what I see now, and I feel like we just come to this part, first romantic relationship or love relationship, but waiting at this love, because I don't come to a point and they really ask, love the bar. Because that butterfly, it's like say don't lost. That butterfly with the feel now with stomach. Now angry now. So waiting person go really see, because at the face of difficulties in relationship, people just go separate ways. So if love not just good times, love not just them when they laugh, when they come on, when they talk, good talk. If that's just love, then when hard times come, where people are for really fight for what they believe in, if that is possible, really what, if that is possible, if you say you see your future with, then why just let it go? So if you let her go that time, then was there even love at the first or in the first instance?
So love is not just about good times, I believe, because even when you look at what God's word says, it says love keeps record of no wrong, which means that it's in the bad times too. It's in the difficult time. Yes. And so love is about sacrifices and pushing through. That's basically what love is. So if I take, for example, that the world been there and sin, and then God sent in one grain picking for can die for we. There's nothing fun about that. There really isn't anything fun about that. So love the world. And so if I compare that with like our day-to-day basis, I would say that's how we should look at love. That it's not just for the good times, and that's where we get it wrong. That this person is supposed to make me feel good 100%. No, if you need to like know yourself. Yeah. You need to have are you okay with how you are? Can you make yourself happy? Once you can do that, when you now have somebody, it's about now joining forces so that the relationship can work. But if you put all your hopes and dreams on that person, that's why we find love so difficult, because our expectation is 1000% that this person is going to fix all my problems, my emotional issues, supposed to make me feel happy all the time. And so if they make me sad, that means there's no love. No, it doesn't mean that. Love also, you look at like, how do you fix issues? Some people, they'll keep grudges, then they malice you. Get book. Me don't know how long. Rather than like, okay, I'm not upset at the person. Yeah. I'm upset at what happened. Yeah. And so if I've already agreed that I love this person no matter what, like rain, sun, storm, I'm still going to like the person because that part of me is still there. Then it doesn't matter, what comes your way, you're going to put up with it. Just that you're going to handle it. Yeah. You handle the situation and not the emotion. Or also they make me feel so. Yeah, emotions are important, but if you only focus on emotion in a relationship, the relationship crumbles.
Yeah.
But if I focus on like, okay, Andrea, I don't like how when I talk to you, you don't listen, or when we have a disagreement, you walk away. That's an issue.
Yeah.
And now we can deal with that issue by talking it out. Why do you walk away? Well, like from my previous experiences, I felt like I'm not able to confront, I'm not able to talk. So for me, I just want like that silent for a bit. So I'd rather walk away. Okay, well, when you walk away, it makes me feel this way. But if like we argue, then she walks off and that's all you can do. Continue no more. That has not resolved the issue, and that's how relationships break up.
Yeah.
And that's how sometimes they serve you breakfast.
So from what you're saying communication. Either we most times don't listen, or we listen to respond. So we don't listen to really hear the problem. Like when they talk, so they say now, okay, so this you get problem with that they talk. So you know like how they talk. Than really listening to what the person is saying or how the person they feel. Say, oh, you work you they make her they feel bad. Not that they they say this is not.
Now rude, disrespectful.
The person you don't begin shout for me. So then the big aggravation or anger. So
and sometimes I feel like as well there's too much comparison.
Yes.
Like if I've dated a few people, which is a downside of dating, I make comparisons. So if Andrea is somebody who walks off and the last person I was with didn't walk off, I'll just be like, listen, I can't handle this. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not going to put up with this. I'm going to move on to the next person, because I'm used to jumping from one person rather than facing the issue straight on and dealing with it. Yeah. Like we're all saying nobody's perfect. Yeah. You're doing things that are completely wrong. What about if somebody walks off or shuts you down every time that you're doing something wrong? You'd rather the person talk to you. Yeah. Now, the issue with human beings is that we're very defensive. So the moment somebody raises something about your character or how you might feel, you put up a wall. It's automatic. We all do that.
Yes.
And so sometimes you need that person to just break through the wall and help you to just bring your guard down and say, calm down. Yeah. Like you don't need to, I'm only saying this out of love and because I want our relationship to work, not to fight and be confrontational. That's the reason why I'm doing it.
They vex too much.
And just for add to it, and to Brigitte, is that another thing where they affect with expectations.
Exactly. The expectations are too high.
Yeah. And social media not the help. And you go on social media, say TikTok, and then you see this person, like you said, using the same example. Oh, I don't like the way you do waka, and then they be like, oh, honey, I'm sorry, and go buy flowers and chocolate.
And
then you go meet you smile like, I don't like doing it. Example left me. Like, oh, I don't love me. Love nothing. So the expectations also they destroy this feeling of love. And for answer your question about what is love, I think love is continued work to become a better person, not only for your partner, but also for yourself. Yeah. Because love starts with yourself. Because if you love yourself enough, you can able to give love. But probably the way they say, they don't even love themselves.
Nah.
They don't even know how to treat themselves. So they make you say,
and they don't know how to love either. They
if you don't love yourself, how can you love someone? Yeah. And now you make you say, with the slightest mistake and spouse they do,
they're affected. They're
affected. Or the slightest good thing whether they do, you take out like, oh, this person loves me. Yeah. Because you don't know
for yourself. Yeah.
So I think that's it.
So based on waiting they say or waiting I don't talk, and I come for things say if communication can be fixed, not to hello hi, because some man I see this thing all over. If person not talk to you 24 hours, I got a problem. If I'm busy, I need to talk to you for 24 hours
or more.
But that don't mean say I don't like you. No. Yeah. But ma put you at the space where they for just 24 hours. You realize say you don't even have time with phone at that point. So that's when I can post.
If you not talk to me, not love me,
and call me today.
I feel like all man in personal opinion, they're on social media. Everybody. So you just don't take things where people let they go through for put in a relationship. So that's just an aside. So I feel like if communication proper communication can be fixed. How we give information, how we receive information. Because I feel like if before person they can even meet you the issue, now they first they vex. So if you don't carry the issue, vex one, how can we talk about it?
Vex.
Then what they talk about alignment, some people are not fixers. And they prefer where the problem we just go. And they put up attitude. But they know they will come to you say, hey, na so thing. Maybe they're afraid the response when they get back. And how they go even fix them. Like me for one, I can say I'm not able to fix issues. So I could prefer work on myself. So if you do something, I know say, maybe if I tell you, you might not change. Me go work on me, your mind, now how to accommodate you. Yeah. But if you keep doing that, then every issue they push you farther away from the partner because they say, okay, this is not so you do well. If you cannot settle things or if you not do this them. I need to talk to you, but again, we are not going to plan any. Or if I plan something like let's go out, then you disappoint me. I'm not planning anything again.
Yeah.
So if they push me away, if I fix them, then you could say, "Oh, sorry, I was busy. Maybe we'll go schedule or tell me so or next weekend." But me, I need to. In fact, when they say, "Hello, sorry, I don't make," I say, "Forget, forget." Hey, but forget. I'm busy. I know, I'm forget because maybe now from what I don't get from the past. Yeah. And I just say, now so on Monday, once you don't cancel, maybe no spend time with me. So if we can fix proper communication, and me say I don't begin learn because the other problem we get people say, now so you meet me, I need change. So I know they change how they talk. Some man not be talk. Like someone's so loud. So you go say, you cannot teach old dogs new trick, but that's just an excuse for make you not change your habit. Yeah. First of all, we are Motamanden, we not so dogs. So and Motamanden capable of changing. Yeah. So we dynamic in that way. And if you feel like that's an issue, you work on yourself personally, or if your partner they complain about that all the time, fair way work on our how for change yourself. And if you like the relationship, or maybe you don't see other person you want, so you want come inside the relationship. So we are dynamic in that way. And how can we fix somebody we're not to fix that?
Okay, just before we go into that one day, if you just joined the show, this is now Radio Fry on 97.1 FM, the show where you listen to the Brunch. Members say you're able to watch we on Facebook at Radio Fry and also on our website at www.fryfry.live. You can also catch us on YouTube as well at Radio Fry. In the second hour, which is very close by, just 15 minutes away, we'll be opening the phone lines on 088-971-971 for you to be part of the show. We have an engagement question. What's the engagement question? Just them a little bit.
What's not the weirdest thing you don't do for impress you crush?
Exactly. What is the weirdest thing you have done to impress?
What's your neck? When you not even dating, you're not even married.
It's a crush. Just underline the crush.
Exactly.
Not a boyfriend or to husband.
So exactly. So that's what we're going to be discussing in the second hour. Extension of what we will talk about, which is first romantic relationship. Yeah. We've already spoken about first love.
Okay, this one now
first heartbreak. How they serve you breakfast. Although Andrea and I, we served
the first time. I haven't served. It's like say the Monday they punish me for that for 2 hours.
Because they've been serving since. And then we moved on to our first marriage. Because we all hope that we only get married once and stay once. Yeah. And so marriage as a first, and then now we're leading up to some of the things that might break a relationship. Yeah. And so Mary has been talking about people who feel like they don't want to change much about themselves, or like if an issue is happening, they'll rather just just push it to one side and just kind of move on from that. So Andrea.
Okay, so like you say, probably not because of you past experience make you do so, but I guess one thing like I always say, somebody will like you change, not for you, not for himself. Yeah. Because it is if it changes this aspect of himself, and it's a good thing, it complements the relationship. They do. So Mary, if you meet somebody that you truly love and you want,
Advise me.
I'm sure you would change that eventually. One day.
Yeah.
But you see yourself like one day you make plans, the person or, and also it also gets to do with the person we deal with. Because if you say when the person we come up, oh I'm sorry, oh no, it's forget. The person say no, I know they forget.
Yeah.
I know they do. Maybe let's talk about it. Eventually you start. At first it becomes uncomfortable. You don't like doing it, but then eventually you will do it. And I get for can begin. Auntie Brigitte, this person, and she's in love, and she starts doing things she normally doesn't do. So yeah, I think it's work. Both parties have to work.
It's what are you willing to invest? If the person is worth the investment in the relationship, you're definitely gonna do it.
Why did you want on to me?
Like it really doesn't matter what the person is doing. Like some people have put up with the worst things in relationships, but if you ask them advice, they will be the first person to say, "Oh, you shouldn't put up with this." Yeah, but you have been doing it for 10 years, for 15 years. Why? Willingly, because you're willing to invest in that person, and you believe that just continually, eventually, the person will change. And then even for us, like on normal relationship, like what I've experienced about people, the moment you start to like when you want to help somebody out with their character or who they are, they take offense and then they feel like, why they talk by me? Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm not trying with you. I'm trying to help. Like, I'm not to follow talk by you. And so because that first defense now, why they talk by me, it's very difficult to get through.
Yes.
After that, because now the person is not even willing to listen. Because the moment you don't talk that name, means that you not even want to listen to what you're going to say. Why are you always they talk about me bad side? Why are you always they come? That's what they'll constantly say. Yeah, and if you're in a relationship, that conversation is always going to come up. It's going to feel like the person who you're supposed to be in love with or in a relationship with is always picking on you, but they're not. They're just trying to help you see. Maybe other people are not bold enough to even let you know some of these things. They'll rather just like you said, you rather just and so Andrea they let they so we left to so each to his own wishes. But when you're in a true relationship, you cannot allow the person, I always say, like you're heading to a cliff and you just let them drop. Like the person will be like, but you knew that was the cliff there. Why didn't you tell me? It's like, well, you try guys, so I just allow you, let you just follow yourself, let you just see. No, it's wrong. And so we should be helping the person to at least warn them, like there is a cliff there. If you want to go there now, go ahead, but I've already told you that there's a cliff there. And so like in relationships, even normal friendship, relationship, family relationship, before you even get to like romantic relationship, those are all extensions of things we have experienced that guides how we will be in a relationship.
On the flip side, talking about person to always bring out the bad things because they love you, this not apply to the one they were in abusive relationship.
Or controlling relationship.
Just put it out there. Because some relationships are not healthy at all. Your partners where they see you, they see nothing good for you to do. It's constantly the bad thing.
Self-esteem, they put
it down. So this not apply to them. No.
Yeah, one day.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
And even when it comes to marriage, let's take a look at it quickly, briefly, before we go on a break. Because we have about like 8 minutes before we go on a break. What are some of like the contributing factors that you have seen, heard of, experienced that could break a marriage? One, for example, I would say is compatibility is definitely one. Like we'll just look at the outward appearance of somebody or like what they can afford,
how eloquent,
like how they've just painted themselves on the offset. It looks great, it looks amazing until you enter a house with them and you realize that there's some character problems going on here. And then also people not laying issues or things out on the table. Like I've been with this amount of people, when I'm upset, this is how I react. I know it's not good, but help me. Or I really want us to grow like this. Like those deep conversations don't really happen. Like most people are on Romeo and Juliet level for a very long time until like the marriage, and then now it's all about me flower, the dress, the photography,
Yeah.
do an
venue.
entire event, and when the event is done, you realize that
There's
person is
nothing.
actually we're not compatible,
6
and the
months.
person is not nice. And then we've all seen it on Facebook. Don't pretend like you've not seen it. When you've seen somebody's posting that they're married, and then you check a couple of months later, even up to a year, and you're like, wait, wasn't this person married?
They give me
I'm sure this person was married.
Yes.
But when you check the profile, everything has been
They don't
deleted.
change. Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
What
okay, so they're
happened?
single, yeah. And so like we need to bring those conversations,
Conversations,
Yes.
up, because us young people, I don't think we understand that relationship comes with trust and commitment.
Yeah.
And those are like big things that you should lay on the table out. If you can already see a crack that, for example, your woman or your guy is quite flirtatious, deal with it now before you
Yes.
say I do.
Yes.
Because if
Single
you don't
change.
head on it to like say, I have an issue with this. Like I have an issue with like women or men being overtly too,
Close to
with
you,
you,
yeah.
you hugging them, but you just keep, well, we'll get married.
Just because you want the ring.
Yes. Oh, because he has money, because he
Yeah.
has this. No. And so that's why we get into problems with our
Yeah.
relationship, because we're not being true.
Yes.
Yeah. And for sure, Sierra Leone, there's no therapy. So you better deal with it man to man.
Okay.
So we'll do free counseling session. So feel like we're going on a very short break, and we'll come back and get for cancel, but in first. But get couple to the way in serve, but the way with the server. And me say, I don't say 2025 matters we concern the heart, not concern me. Anyways, when we come back, we'll be talking about your first. How did you deal with breakup? And because it comes with stages, anger, confusion,
Trying to
what went
heal.
wrong. Yeah, trying to heal. So we'll talk about that. But for now, we'll be going on a short break and we'll be right back. Remember, the phone lines will be open and you call 088 971 971, and you can go on Facebook and leave your comment. As the question is on the screen, what is the most ridiculous thing you have done to impress a crush? Leave that comment and we'll read it live. We're not going to read the name, sorry. We're not going to read the name, but we'll read the live.
Don't keep it anonymous.
Yes. Anyways, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued to your phone. We'll be right back.
Mama, you don't sew me clothes? Mama!
Yes.
What do you they do?
I don't sew the skirts though. Now just the top number now left.
What do you mean by not sew the skirt? Momo service don't start and they keep us saying
Give me
that.
25 minutes, man. I just the top number. Wait.
Mama, I don't get time.
Wait, 25 minutes. Now I had the app. Don't.
Lights don't go.
Hey, mommy, you know wait, the lights don't go. So wait, my one go quick up like this junction. I might go buy headset to put on.
Mama,
Give me
Mama,
30. Give me 30 minutes and they can't quick.
Elsa agent on Sunday. But you not get free money.
I feel money.
Give me your meter number.
Oh,
You dey pay me money back.
what do you mean? 00.
Don't let lights out affect your work. Use AfriMoney to buy top up for your EDSA meter. Dial *161 *2 *2 *1 hash now and top up your EDSA meter anytime, any day.
Ah, mommy, the lights don't come. I feel money now magic, the mommy. The mommy, you tough. The mommy, you kind of there. You.
Mama,
Ah.
make clothes.
Happy Silver Jubilee Local Commercial Bank. Bank of choice. RC Bank, we are stronger than ever. Give our money.
From 1999 to 2024, we don't the present. We don't follow in cap, they don't in up. Look now we they lead them. Who can commercial bank, the bank of choice #1 at the country. Usabi OSA, sit couple day, open account now we bank today, we get paid, couple card, Visa card for you day to day. Management and staff, keep insane, you money safe, keep with go life, you go grab and quick, get you back. They say family sick, they bending on the road. Not the road. They say family think they bet. In not the road.
From eastern to western, now we the people and defend. From Freetown to letter, if I'm boutique not depend. From Barclays Bank, now Rocket Commercial Bank. Now we na master sabi, now we the top the charts. Experience it. 25 years, not to 25 days. Internet banking there. Digital banking with the top
This is from boutique, depending on the good. Not the good. They say from boutique, depend.
Mina Director Evomo, and you're listening to Radio Fred Fry 97.1 FM.
So you mean say you sabi cook?
If I cook cassava leaf for you, you go bet your finger.
Cassava leaf? Na my favorite place as than you.
If not a way you dey in hurry, I for don't cook am for you.
Me? Dey in a hurry? Who you call cassava leaf? Get outside you go. I don't cancel all thing. Go cook. Any problem?
Me? Problem. Will I go cook the cassava leaf for you?
Wife material.
Bamako, 40 yards. Na me.
Share and cabo me.
Hello, Aminata. Teach me how to cook cassava leaf now. Hello? Oh God. You get out of down me airtime back down. Hey me. I don't cook me bongo.
Run out of airtime or data? No worries at all. You can now buy airtime or data for yourself or others using AfriMoney. Dial *161*3# now.
Jesus. Wife material.
Bamako, 40 yards. Nami.
AfriMoney. Quick and easy.
See, I will last camp on this farming business. Now, in no more they make profits. It's all like na devil you get where they work for them.
Lopa you comping. But that's not free pan business.
But that's for waiting. I don't know why we don't tape on this business. No, they get better. In we just come, they shine like a way.
That's true. And they do well. But you know, feel say, me sister them. Not so devil I get so. Now the way I dey manage me profit after I don't sell me farm markets, now make una they see me I dey shine by this farm business so.
Boss here, you get this fine secret you don't tell we you sister them.
Now I dey try for tell una so. Where I don't sell me farm thing them. I know they spend like how una they spend. Look you musu. Now new ladies bag you come out buy so. You dey trust for buy any new clothes we come out. All time una they spend pass how una they make am. Me now I dey save. I dey cut me cut according to my size. My sister, you know liar. We won't buy all thing. For help me pan this, now make Royal Commercial Bank with a partner them. They don't start this financial digital literacy campaign for farming community them. And plenty other awareness there. We go make your business grow more and more. Safety day for you to marry Bambai.
This message they come out from Royal Commercial Bank and UNCDF in partnership with Government of Sierra Leone with funding from European Union.
Hey you! Be part of the Listening Radio every Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12 midday for authentic conversations and sharing experiences on the brunch. For entertainment, join our Drive Time crew on Mondays for international and national sport updates. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays on The Drive with The Vibe for entertainment news and celebrity gossip. On Thursdays, entrepreneurship and mentoring. And to get you started for the weekend with top trending songs on the DJ's Vibe every Friday. All this from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy your Saturdays on the Fun Box from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for laughter, relaxation, and family moments. And no, we do not forget the little ones. Bedtime stories at 8 p.m. We measure our success by how we wow our customers and listening audience. Stay tuned, for this is Radio Fry Fry on 97.1 FM.
Well, me na Lansana Sharif, aka Steady Bongo Daru Bombo, Jave Chief Don Kaila on this street at the Talk to Radio Fry Fry 97.1 FM. Malo.
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Hello and welcome back to Radio Fry Fry on 97.1 FM, the show where you listen to now. The Brunch here with Kindea, so from 10 a.m. to 12 midday. And today's topic, we're talking about first romantic relationship. Listen, let me keep for drawing 10 o'clock because you've missed the gist.
Yeah.
And so now we're moving on to the second hour where you come in and you call us, you share your story, and we have our engagement question, of course, that we're going to ask you. But as we continue with the show, we always start with the verse of the day. The verse of the day is coming from Songs of Solomon 8:4, and it says, and I need to clear my throat because this is a warning and this is an instruction that we should listen to, you know? Because some of us, anyway, let me just read it. So it says, do not awaken love until the time is right. Do you know what that means? Like some of us with a rush. To the rush. And we don't assess situation. We don't check compatibility. We just enter. And then you realize that this thing called love, it really hurts. It's painful. And then later you feel like there's no such thing as love. You don't even want to have any relationship with anyone. Any long-term commitment, basically, you don't want to have. Is it like some people in our studio that build iron hearts? Because you rush. It says, do not awaken love until the time is right.
Why you awakening?
And when you, like, there's something in you that tells you when the time is right. Trust me. You know, you get the feeling, and then that's when you know that the time is right. But if you have never had that feeling to know that this person is my person, then you have always awoken love at the wrong time. And so we need to learn from our mistakes. But we're moving on to the quote of the day.
So the quote of the day, Christopher Poindexter say, he said, the first time you fall in love, it changes you forever. No matter how hard you try, that feeling just never goes away.
It doesn't. For the fact that we all remember, that he is right.
I make her be so solemn while they read it in. So you go reminisce on the feeling, eh?
We all need for reminisce. Trust me, because from we like first relationship, then they help guide we to like later relationships. Like you said, based on your first relationship, you learned first of all, like, listen, I cannot be failing. I cannot be like madly in love and like my whole life is dropping. Come on, like no, that's not gonna work.
You went all in.
Yes, she went
Your
all in.
brain,
everything.
She was a fool.
She was
a fool for love.
Now you being blind. You blind and love blind your eyes.
Yes. So we'll continue with the conversation, like we said. My own voice with the hearing at Brigitte, Dalton-Sesay.
And my own name is Koroma. And we guest
ANDREA SNELL.
Yes, and we have our beautiful and wonderful guest. I really did enjoy in company.
I can tell you.
Yes, and her story, like we're holding off because I guess can't share the second part of like that breakfast.
Would they serve me?
How it you feel? Yes. But we'll continue the conversation and we'll be done talked previously in the first hour about things that contribute to like why marriages might fall.
Yeah.
We spoke about compatibility is one, maybe laying everything out on the table so that you understand each other. But like what else? Because we've seen on Facebook those, I'll call them Facebook marriages, where people post everything about their relationship, how everything's wonderful and amazing and whatever. And then you check them a year later and you're like, wait, sure there was a woman or a guy on this page. Like, where's the marriage photo? And you realize that it's not there.
Yeah.
So we want to know like why young people nowadays like marriage and longevity, commitment, trust is becoming an issue. Because like in the past, someone can tell you like I've been married for like 10 years, 15, 20, 30 before maybe like they would now crumble totally and say, you know what, this marriage is not working. But now it's like 6 months, 1 year, you're like, I'm moving on.
I'm done.
Yeah, like why is that happening?
Okay, so Aki always make me example, me go to couple will be my parents. They celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary last month. Yes. And so being with them, I've been with them for I need to tell you now how long. I don't know. But I've been with them for a long time. And I learn a lot from them. So and also my work would also expose me to certain things.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about two main things where I think they contribute greatly to society now, the marriages now. One is consistency, being a constant. So when we start this relationship, you don't use for call this my baby. You don't use for do things for wake up in the morning, send lovely messages, or at the end of the month you give her $100 or something. And then when I get married, 1 year, 2 years going on, you stopped doing that. As small as it may sound, as unimportant as it may sound, it is really, really important. And it affects marriages and great day. You see people like this, I know once again, this person don't change. Not to say they do. What if they do before, they do it again. That's one thing I think is affecting society. The second thing, which is also the opposite of what I said, is when you outgrow your partner. People,
That's a good one.
people are bound to change, and not so because you married John makes that means that you and John get on the same level forever. No, maybe at the start you pass John in so many things, but then eventually John go past you, and then you don't know how to handle that. Maybe he pass you, he become mature emotionally, or spiritually, or financially. So you don't know how to handle that. You hear this person, they say, oh, it look low upon me. You know the value waiting I get for say. Just because maybe from me on point of view, I don't pass the level where you date. It's not a bad thing for outgrow your spouse, but just know how to handle that. So that your spouse will come meet you to the level where you self don't go. So I think for now, I think that then two things and they will meet things that go say they affect marriages.
Okay, so me several things say, now marriage is a different from with people them own. And for me, people experience. I don't feel like they were too much into dating multiple partners. So you not get nothing for compare with. So you just know this person or maybe two people and you okay with this one, but we now you don't start for date from class something to Abdul. So moving on, it's not an issue for you because you don't learn how for deal with breakup or even move on from. You quick as person do you not get patient as person do this, you can move on easily. All people they will be one person.
So my question is, do you have to date everyone you're attracted to?
No.
Because some people do that. Like as soon as they're attracted to somebody, they'll date them for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, they don't mind, and then they move on. Why do you have to date everybody you're attracted to? Why can't you take your time? I can still be attracted to you,
but not date you.
I need to be in a relationship and get to know who is this person before I make my decision. Maybe in the middle of me feeling like love struck, I come and meet the one I'm supposed to be with, and then you realize that this is just business. Please let me move on from that. So like that's another question. Like, why do we date so many people? Why do you have to date so many people? Yes,
answering that question, I think because people brings us back to what I said earlier about self-love. Some people can't be
alone.
Now, being single is a taboo. Why? But if you don't master it, being single is an art. Yeah. It's a serious art. So you have to master it. So if you can't master being single, you can fall for anyone.
Yeah.
As soon as you see this person, you're attracted to this person, you want to be in a relationship, and one person not able to satisfy all
become a
you.
habit.
So you get for they with John, they with Peter. John they do this, Peter they do this, then they satisfied, and so I think that's one issue we can cause.
I think that satisfying is a key thing you're saying, because a lot of women and girls that we know do have different people they're dating at once. Yeah. And like you're saying, it's like each person is feeling a need of a complete 100%.
You not get time. Yeah. Then they get time. So you not let call.
Exactly. But it's bad. It's bad. It's not good to be like that. Yeah. Because you're selling yourself short. You're selling yourself out. And then at the end of the day, what they don't realize, it affects your character. Yes. Because if John and Peter and whoever meet up somewhere like, I know dated Andrea, and then maybe by the time you want to meet your husband, by the time you meet your husband, it's like John, Peter, Abdul, the list just to go on. You will just be put off. Be like, well, maybe this person is not my soulmate because of your actions and your character previously is being now judged. Yes. So like men and women, it's not a woman thing, by the way. No. I'm just gonna let you know. It's not a woman thing.
It's not.
Men are women.
Men say they are polygamous by nature.
And sometimes men do it way more than women.
They do. They started it actually.
Woman are pay back with. We're not give one heartbreak.
Yeah, so it's on both sides, to be honest with you. And like people, as in men, more want whatever they're doing to be more acceptable. And it's not acceptable in either side. I think it's good that we should learn, like Andrea is saying, how to be by yourself. Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's about observing and learning about people and, you know, having a real judgment on like, who do you really want to spend a lifetime with? It's a real commitment. Because like some people don't even know what commitment means in a relationship. Like some people might not even like, some people I've heard some men or women say like, yeah, but like I'm not even like in a sexual relationship with this other person. No, but you're emotionally connected
to that person
who is not your spouse. It's the same thing. And so that emotion would lead you into something physical. So if you're taking that aspect of your emotion from the partner who you're supposed to give it to and give it to somebody else, you're cheating. Yes. And so commitment is an issue. So you always want to feel happy and high. Yeah. You can't feel happy and high all the time because life does not work that way. And so you also need to learn to understand that there's like a constant speed we move on. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, constant. Like that. That's how life works. And you should be okay with that. Maybe today you woke up and your partner is not having a good morning and does not even want to talk to you. But why can't you talk to them? Yeah. Why can't you, like, you see that their mood is over, like, okay, well, instead of saying, like, no. Yeah. If you love the person, like, hey, Andrea, what's up? Or if you don't talk to her, just, you know what she likes.
Do what, yes.
Just do what she likes. And then by the end of the day, she will smile. And you'll be like, what's happened today, bro? So you not smile better, what's happened? Oh, no, I've been getting this time in my, okay. Then the two of you are, like, not happy with each other. And then that doesn't steer the relationship in any direction except for going towards the end, which is end the relationship.
Just to add to that, I think another thing we're going to help we for day in that line, if we be cautious about that, is that know why you didn't enter into this relationship.
I don't feel some man know.
Some man just the date.
And some man will tell himself no. Like when you see possible, like Mary, no, this is no go area.
Just know why you want to be in a relationship with this person. And at my age, our age.
Listen, she wants to drag. Listen, you stay in your corner. I don't tell you say your age.
We should be dating for my age.
Yeah, next year we're gonna.
So whatever relationship would enter into right now,
it's not
marriage should be a focus, a goal, an end goal. So you wouldn't be dating somebody like, just to see how it goes.
How?
What? I go where? You say they go. I don't understand. So if you get that in mind, say, I am doing this that will lead to marriage, like you say, you they take note of all things in it. So when the term come when it's not high, you know, okay, this is just my spouse being human. It happens. Yeah. So you go work on that. Okay, this is how it is. And I know saying I this person get for there in the future. So find a way to deal with it. And live with it. That's if now you post, you know.
And you know, during the break, you guys were not here, of course. We were talking during the break, but we were talking about one Nigerian lady that explained something to do with relationship and how our families and parents might take relationship on board. Because usually when you're growing up from like teenage years, when you have that your first crush, your first love, they don't even encourage you. They're like, no, focus, study on your book, study on your waiting, focus on your life. And you get to a stage where like you're in your 20s, they're like, so like what's in the happen now? And you're like, hello, you don't need to get there. Yeah, like they're all gone. The possibilities of anybody is gone. And by the time I get to my 30s, like by now I'm expecting grandkids. From where? You stopped my relationship early. Now I'm not married in my 20s. Now how do you expect children in my 30s? So like even like with our families and our parents or guardian or whoever's taking care of whatever child also needs to be balanced and cautious. Yes, you have principles, rules, and guidelines you should support, or even like you can teach through experience, even from your experience, or allow them to see other examples so that they can learn about relationships. But if you shut it down completely,
they get curious.
They get overtly too curious. That's one, and then end up in a really toxic relationship, or they just end up not being with anybody because you have said before that they should not be with anybody, and so they don't even know what that means. And so now how can they enter a relationship when they have no idea what that means? And so end up being maybe single for a very long time. And so there has to be a balance. You're never going to be able to 100% protect somebody away from whatever you're doing, but you can teach them. And even when mistakes happen, because that's the latter part of the conversation we're having, which is like, when do you start a family? Because like in our ideal world, and how like ideally our parents like to describe, they always say, oh, when you get married and then you have a child, that happens. It's like, okay, that's great, you're telling a really nice story, but what's actually happened here in Sierra Leone? Like what's in the happen? You see some man, they get belle before even
marriage,
18 or even before marriage. And then they don't become a norm. It really don't become a norm, because then they don't become a norm. And then secondly, people are okay with jumping from one relationship to the next, not protecting themselves, which you should be teaching them, by the way, not protecting themselves. And so a child comes out of it. Now you get this 20-something-year-old heading up to 30, maybe has 2 kids or 1 kid.
Different dads.
Now maybe the guy she's going to marry doesn't have any kids, and then he's thinking like, how am I going to balance this out? Or maybe not the man don't get picking up with different woman, then it don't go fair now, the virgin or whoever is innocent
and
woman,
I think you want to
that doesn't have a child. How do you expect her to take all of those burdens on board? So those are all the like difficult dynamics we have to deal with. Some of the things that we like to talk about on Fry is life and circumstances dictates sometimes what happens. There's some circumstances that's not favorable, but something happens and a child comes out of it. And then there's some circumstances that is within your control that you can do something about it. So it all depends, because I can't sit and judge someone who had a child before age 18 or even before they're married, because I didn't ask what happened. When I understand what the story is, then I'm able to guide the person and say, okay, what have you now learned from this? The person can now say, because of my experiences, I don't even want my child to ever go through. So I'd rather like teach them and tell them and share my experience and let them know. Like my mother did that. And so it helped guided me on like how I make decisions on relationship. She was a single mother and she wasn't married when she had me. Then later she got married, and of course I already exist. And that person has their own load or whatever that they're carrying. Then their marriage didn't work out very well. Then she ended up being another single mother again, now with 3 kids. So all of that I've seen, and she does express how it makes her feel like, okay, even this marriage that ended, like it's not even my fault. Like the person literally walked away. Like we were supposed to travel with each other to his own country with all my kids. We went to the airport, sat there, he told me, wait, let's just go check. That was it.
Wow.
Exactly. So look at that circumstance. Would you judge her and say like, you're a bad mother? You didn't. No. She felt like she was in love with somebody, that they have a whole future together. They've planned everything, and you abandon me.
At the airport.
Yeah. So you always have to understand people's circumstances.
Yeah.
And then you guide them. It's not about making them feel bad or being judgmental. Leave judging to God. That's his job. You as a human, it's not to judge, it's to help.
Yes.
So where we can help, you help. If you can't help, zip, keep your mouth shut. Because we like to talk too much without understanding.
We like your opinions and to be hard. Oh my God.
It's true, and we need to work on some of those things. But just to encourage our listeners, because we are in the second hour, please call us on 088-971-971 to be part of the show. We're asking a question. What's the weirdest thing or the most ridiculous thing we ever do for a crush? Like, I'll just give an anonymous message that we received yesterday before the show. The person say, he be the pay bill now, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, now, man. If they pay the man in bills them.
Okay.
But check 7 years later now where we are.
For the crush.
For a crush.
Wow.
Madly in love. Nobody could ever tell her about that guy.
No.
Paying all his bills.
At least me on better.
Buying him
Me
things.
not so for a crush, but I paid fees twice.
Hey!
Hey, twice.
No, I'm just a nice person.
No
I used to
wonder
tell.
me. I had some iron.
I'm telling you have to.
The person say, "Is this what your man do for you?" I said, "Not cheat on me."
Now beg her to beg, please.
I don't let him be do me aid.
It's love.
That's too much love.
Guess what the person do with the first money in fees? Go buy clothes, buy shoes.
Yeah, it has to look good.
I think you go down buy for the one point baby I give.
Oh my God.
But I think, ooh.
What about you? What's the most ridiculous thing you've done for a crush?
Okay. I don't think I don't do anything crazy, but me not possibly attracted to intelligence. Like a guy that is smart. Not only book smart.
Okay, but life smart.
Really smart. So there was this guy that I met.
The memories. Shocking.
Like you said, it was just a crush. Yes. I don't see this guy. Oh, he's so fine. Packaging. Land packaging. That is like, so the guy is well packaged. When you see him, he looks so nice. And then I had the opportunity to talk to him. And I found out he wasn't that smart. But I don't crush them.
Yeah.
So I had to play the dumbest girl ever. Like, we all know this is a tissue, right? I'm like, oh, baby, take the toilet roll. I'm like, okay, baby, the toilet roll. Okay, baby, I know it's a tissue. I'm like, I had to play
just so that he
dumb, just to be with him. And then we went out one time. I was there with my cousins. Came to town. You know, when you eat the lobster, there is this thing that you use to cut.
Yeah, it's the food scissors.
Hey, shame.
You know me, no?
I knew.
Oh, okay, he doesn't
And
know.
he didn't know. And he was like, I don't know what he said, the scissors. What is that scissors? That we get, like, where they can go and then...
Did teach you like?
All of us at the table.
Okay.
You use some cuts and then ketchup packets.
Shame.
Shame ketchup. So I think that's the only dumbest. I haven't paid fees for any man.
What's the problem? Anything about the fees? I like my papa. I like.
You lie.
I like
Mary's father. I hope you're listening.
Yeah, listen, please.
He's not alive, so I'm safe.
Mom.
Wait, mama. Mommy, please.
My papa is a very smart man. So most times, if you want money for mom, at the right University of Sierra Leone, Department of Law. Yeah, like from me department, I didn't send me. They write the amount sale for bill. We garden. That's also amounts they need.
You know, what I noticed? May they talk so. Love can make you become very creative.
Very creative.
You are that criminal.
I feel like if I keep all that money then they like I don't go far, I don't buy my credit.
Oh my god. But anyway, I haven't done anything. I think not after my own break. After then serve me a couple.
A couple.
I have been served.
Like you do for top for that day.
I have been served a lot.
Too much.
Before being this composed, mature lover girl, I was showed Pepe. I had this idea that when you love, you give everything. You let
all
go
make
of
that
yourself.
mistake.
So I
You did that too much.
Wait, not learn from the first one.
So we want you to explain the first one because you had more detail as to like why you had to serve that breakfast, because it's not even it's your parents that served you first. And that was the indirect effect of your relationship.
They had to beat me to start. Okay, so with the first breakfast where they serve me. Okay. So the only thing will help me in all this breakfast is that I come, like you say, your parents and they guide you.
Okay.
So my parents can be very strict and spiritual and all. So they guide me, especially when it comes to sex. So with all these, I think once we make nice, and laugh at these breakups because sex wasn't involved.
Okay.
So it was just childish and all. So I was dating this guy, my first breakup ever. And of course, I don't know, I don't notice I like older guys. He was older than me, of course. And then I think I just go college and then we're dating, we're doing all lovey-dovey, doing the stupid things Andrea used to do, but there was no sex. I know that was an issue, but I'm still a kid. I'm still a kid, and I thought he understood. So fast forward to the day when they served me the breakfast. I was offline the whole day. God would have it, my phone not been charged.
Okay, that's how you breakfast on a phone, but you know you the message.
It's not.
It was offline.
So the phone was off, lights calm. I forget for charge my phone.
Delayed heartbreak.
Yes. And then eventually I put the phone on. I charged the phone and it came on. The first call I got was from my friend. When she called, it cost me. You stupid fool. In other words that I wouldn't say here.
Definitely do not say it.
You're very stupid. I've been calling you. I said, what's happened? Check the WhatsApp group. Okay. So we had a group.
Hey, public.
We had a WhatsApp group, me and the ex at the time, and so they added my mates. They added at the group. Then the mates say, yes, baby, tell them I'm gonna you waiting. I'm gonna mean nothing. I'm gonna ever day. I'm like, huh? I read the messages. They're not talking from 2 p.m. I saw it as around 9. They're not the little. When I called, hello, yes, not call me, I'm busy. On the phone. I'm like, okay. Now I called the caller, I begin cry. I cried till the morning, and then he came. He can't beg. Guess the excuse.
What was the excuse? Tell us.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Not to me type all the messages. The woman take my phone and type them.
Okay.
How? Mind you, the person not been even the tongue.
Okay. Not the tongue.
This line, okay.
You know,
may guess who that then sack me for?
Lawyer.
A lawyer.
Now, like you can't.
Hey, if you're listening to me, I'm a lawyer now.
They not see you future.
If you not been seeing me,
not see you future.
I'm a lawyer now, a certified one. Okay.
So you cry for?
I cry for online breakfast.
Online breakfast.
Now group.
Well, you better you cry. Me, I feel like me.
No, you not cry.
Not to the cry. Like maybe they pass na street, light one. Then bike one bang me. The bike man they beg me for waka fast. They me the next fella. You know they still. You foot the heavy. You don't know how for waka. Let me tell you. You know they suicide they go. I know they even make efforts for cross the street. So hey,
it's hard.
I know.
Breakfast at all.
The closest experience that I have is the person the crush I'd invested on for like 2 years investment. Buy gifts, like nice birthday gifts, Christmas gift, Valentine gifts, those sorts of gifts. And then he took me out, sitting in a restaurant. My mind is on cloud. I don't even know. I was just about to go to university. The guy had the audacity to tell me that you're nice and all. You're a very nice person. I'm like, where is this going? So if I'm nice and then what? And it's like, yeah, but I don't think like this relationship is working. I was like,
why?
Like how? I'm doing everything for you. I mean, you're getting the good part. I'm not getting anything great out of it. Yeah.
But you're nice, they told you that.
So I went through the meal it was, listen, I don't even know how I survived that meal. We got to the end and then he was like, you know what? I changed my mind.
I understand.
He changed his mind. So from then on, I was like, listen, it's not gonna work. So how can you served and you took your serving back? Me, I'm going to give it back. Full dish,
the starter, the main course, and the dessert.
How are those supposed to change your mind all the time?
You can't be indecisive. I'm sorry. No. It's not gonna work for me.
So again, don't forget the phone line is 088-971-971. Call and Terry. Or you can just left message on Facebook and tell me but the most ridiculous thing. Me don't pay fees done. So the most
don't act dumb.
You don't act most ridiculous thing what you don't do for a crush. And that you dumb part, people will feel like you're not significant, but it is. Like imagine you posted a message it is spell something, you have to spend the whole day for understanding like waiting you really mean per this spelling way you so. And so man, like well packaged. Me was so there was this person from afar. And nice, look nice. So I tell me, I said this person like it's so nice. Nice, you will not call him. They're just for be friends. When the person starts for talk, I begin laugh. Like
the voice didn't match.
They ask, he tell me, he say what's your name? I say me Mary. Oh Mary. I said this is not a turn off. Even as Paddy, this because now when they talk about serious thing, they make her laugh.
Just at the voice.
Just at the voice or the way they pronounce thing. So tell me about waiting you don't do. The most ridiculous thing you don't do for pussy where you like.
Yes, and we already done share an example where we received yesterday. The person is a woman and she said that the most ridiculous thing she's ever done is like pay bills for years on a crush.
Let me see.
Like all sorts of bills. Like it's not just pay school fee. Like all the bills. So I want us to like go through some of the messages that we have on Facebook whilst we wait for callers to call in. Remember the number now 088-971-971 for you to be part of the conversation. You can WhatsApp call we. It's fine. We understand the situation. Maybe you don't have credit. It's all right. You can call us on WhatsApp. We'll answer the call. Or you can send us a text message, WhatsApp message, or you can just go straight on the live. Just type on Facebook, you just type Radio Fry, and then you see our beautiful and amazing faces on Facebook. You just go under the live, and then you can just drop your comment. We do have a few comments there. Let's start with Abdullah Fila Conte. He says, "Hi, I'm here." We also have a comment from Petros Dalton. He says, "Good morning, brunch show." We have Desmond Aruna Bangura that says, "Hello, Fry Media." We have Vesta the Poet that says, "Here again for a very blessed day to us, the listeners, the amazing hosts, and the guests in the studio." Can your eyesight reach that far? Let me continue.
Patrick Goodwin Robert, Femi Goodwin Robert says, "Love is about you accommodating your partner's bad conduct and seeing your weaknesses in that individual."
First of all, let's take a pause. Andrea, help us. These comments. There's a lot going on
in that dating your partner's bad conduct.
Because bad, and then you use the word conduct. I mean, that's deep.
It is. It is because some man you begin accommodate, it becomes a norm. So you don't accept that. That's it. So I would say is finding a balance how to manage those bad conducts and helping the person become a better person. Because you're not able to do that for 10, 15 years. you eventually get tired. And then you have these people outside who will always be giving you the good to distract you. So then you start noticing, this person bad conduct. Some begin, for lack of words, what this person said. This person bad conduct. Don't begin get to me. I know they will accommodate time. So I think it's finding a fine balance.
Hello. Hi, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Good morning. Okay. What's in your contribution? You answer the question? Okay.
It is virtually because I know say no gets money for offer. But really, I dey work myself out for
Okay.
And you know what it tell me?
Waiting.
It's a my mama pastor go tell am say let not eat na street, le person not broke for blah la 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 la. So like in just in needing space for some time, in needing self or putting self together. No, really, I'm so shattered.
I'm sorry.
I'm heartbroken.
No, sorry
about that.
Because like at the take and say I get two pickings with two different daddy.
Okay.
And really, trust me, I'm not be one do that. Not be that. So I dey think I'm how facing a relationship. Just be the pray let this be me last. But really painful.
I know.
I still not able to move on. I go spend Christmas with her. And the Christmas watch, that's not that it tell me.
Ebo. Sorry.
I listen, I don't know if I will laugh or are they in pain.
Mixed feelings.
It's just too confusing.
I know.
We understand. You get mixed feelings.
Yeah. But really, at the other thing I'm saying, I don't need for going to relationship again.
Yeah, take a pause. Take a pause.
Yeah.
Assess first the situation.
Really. Like concentrate on myself, show
Exactly.
myself much love,
Exactly.
and concentrate on the kingdom.
Exactly.
I think that's not the best vision.
We agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining the show, and thank you for we call we on the show as well for sharing your own story. Just like we call us say, like, you know, when you go through a lot of difficulties in relationships, maybe from one to the other, it is good to just take time out, like space it out, focus on yourself, like Andrea saying, empower yourself, like you're saying, focus on like, you know, making sure that you're good, that your kids are good, because when the person who's supposed to be with you comes along, they're not going to see your two kids, by the way. They're just going to see you and the family, and they just want to get into that family and be part of the family. So you don't need to like exert yourself, like you're saying, like you've done you're tired, you've done everything. How long? Because you spoke about consistency. If I'm doing all these things at the beginning, they call it campaign mode. During campaign, like you do the most ridiculous things. But like after campaign, you have to continue. You cannot campaign and then the relationship is different. So whatever you're doing in campaign, ensure that it's going to be consistent throughout your entire relationship. And like what you're explaining is definitely not going to work in the entire relationship. I mean, the Brooke side maybe, but everything else, it becomes really, really tiring and you're just exhausted in that relationship. You have to add.
I want to say something. I think I skipped that, but she mentioned it just now. Man of God, them abego. But you know, say some pastors and they when they spoil relationships, right?
No, of course, yeah.
I mean, this thing about God said, this is not your man. God say, this now you woman.
And he was very specific on her to say like, let person not brook for you, let person not,
Anyway, they said such that man or ain't it? Well, I don't even know, but this topic is becoming serious, especially in the Christian community. You just see people that don't invest so much time.
Yeah.
And I know you should pray about everything before you even enter into a relationship, yes. But then you just see some man don't actually pray and they are convicted. Not say pastor convicted. Personally, they are convicted.
Yeah.
And then out of the blues, you see the man of God say, oh, God say, this person not to you, man, or this person not to you, woman. It is very, very, very draining because you remember all the time when you don't invest. Like this woman, we just call this caller. You see, she's broken because they don't invest a lot of time, resources, and then out of the blues, man of God say this woman not to you, man, with specifics. The book,
I make me pastor don't say more not the book. The pastor like how so now left for cook a book.
So I'm gonna tell you for left, you know, go at it.
I don't do that today.
But anyway, it's
draining.
Me can say let God tell me self.
Yeah.
The God that talked to you, they talk to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the God that told you, tell me too.
Or what is not just excuse? Some people use it as an excuse. Some man they say now me pastor say when I them been say now they no want to get it just
and I feel like it's another indirect, well, maybe it might be direct, but it's another way of setting people up.
Yeah.
You know, like when parents as well want this specific person for whoever they are, and then maybe rather than voicing it out, they'll just go through the pastor to say like, now this person wants for our now for a big Fenway for teller.
Yeah,
then now you're using God.
God.
First of all, let God forgive you. You're using God to say that God gave you the message when it may not be true. We're not saying that may not happen in some circumstances, but like the rate at which it's happening
now is
and
alarming.
then how very specific it is to like break the other person down because the pastor, first of all, the pastor knows everything then about the relationship for them to like relate it to
all the
whatever
things
God
she's
said.
been doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're relating it to all the things that she has been doing, saying that God said. I feel like that's wrong. When you do get a message from God, it has nothing to do necessarily with like the specifics detail of what somebody is doing. Like you're saying, if it's a vision or whatever that has been seen for you, there's an explanation and then a reason is given. Then that's it. Then it helps you to understand
better
the message coming from God. But sometimes it sounds very personal.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Just recently, I hear a story where one man, they tell me, oh, I get married to this woman. That God sent me wife. Oh, she's on fire. She blasting tongues. So they got married. In less than a year or two, that same woman that's on fire is now on top of the tables.
Oh.
Fighting.
On fire on table.
Oh yes. From fire to table, fighting, and the same mouth that was praising God and blasting. And they use blasting man.
Yeah.
So this thing about God said, like you said, it's becoming two-sided.
Yeah, because I'm hearing it a lot. Maybe it's happening as well in other African countries. We don't know, but in Sierra Leone, we're definitely hearing it a lot. And it's another way to set people up. Or maybe you have two single people and you're like, you know what? Rather than the single in my church, let me just like start setting up people. And you could be doing that wrongly.
And the divorce rate, when the statistics, you see that Christians are getting more divorced than
every other.
And what about the one they were not even know about God, where they they work fine with their partners and they not even consider they're happy, but the pairing they meet super. Even though we are Christians, we still get characteristics, differences, or where they influence with daily life. Where sometimes if you're not prayed, it shows up and it comes out and it affects you marriage. And where Christian gets broken marriage first the backside, when they come with a judgment.
It's not pastor able to talk to me.
As a member, that's what take lost member. So you come on at church first. So I feel like all that, in as much as we are praying, from when Adam blamed God, saying,
give me
God, I begin pull our voice. He say, you fed. That makes he that find it. You know, say,
so he that was given.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly. So you go fend first to your wife, you count up to me, and
I'll confirm it.
Yeah,
and like I said, it's a feeling. It's a natural. I don't know how to explain it. Only when you have been, you know.
Just know.
The same way how like the same feeling you get when you meet somebody you're attracted to, or that is a crush. That feeling that you get, it's a bit similar with like your lifetime partner. Just that. What we were saying in the beginning of the conversation about a lot of things are aligned. Like you don't have to be the same, but it's aligned. Or you might be similar, but it's very aligned. And you're like, wait, where did this person come from? Like,
life.
And so like you grow together, and there's no jealousy. Like some of the things you were explaining to say, like, okay, when we started the relationship, maybe we were a bit young, and one person outgrows the other person. When you are aligned, that does not happen.
No.
You definitely see growth in the different people, but they're complementing each other. So like before, Andrea was not a lawyer, but she was still perfect to me. Like our relationship is good. She's now a lawyer. That's even better for our relationship because it takes us to another level. Like that's how you see that, and that's how growth is in a relationship. Not that where I see don't get degrees, so that means they can begin talk about me now, and they can and control me. That's wrong.
When they put that in my face, you know how I suffer for being a lawyer. Oh my god!
And the man even gets self-esteem issues.
That is first a red flag. The moment you begin to, like, there was a guy I was talking to. Like, what you do? I'm like, you're not stubborn, and I said, do you know lawyers to be stubborn? Do you know lawyers?
You got confidence issue.
And quick one, like we used to say earlier when you say butterflies, what I say not angry. Just for make a bit better. For when you meet the one, it comes with peace.
It's a safe space.
It's just peaceful. Not that don't mean say not gonna get ups and downs. You would, but it is so peaceful. Even when they make flyby,
it's peace.
You know, it's just smooth. What's the word? But anyway,
no, but it's understanding because you're always gonna, you're always gonna step on someone's foot. But if you're able to tell the person like, "Hey, you stepped on my foot," that's smooth because I've been able to communicate whatever the issue is. Whereas like some people, you must me, and you must me back. Like that's not a that is not a peaceful
and maybe go able make plaba na phone, but you see the person,
everything change. What were you saying before? Everything changes.
That's why I like for make plan
on phone.
We know they see. Then especially if I like
me points all the done. All me points I don't line up.
Anyway, so we want to continue with the show. We only have about 8 more minutes left of the show. You can call us on 088-971-971 to be part of the conversation, or you can go on our Facebook under the live stream and just drop your comments there. We are continuing with some of the comments that we do have whilst we wait for callers to come in. We have a comment from Vesta the Poet, and he says, me, this is still single day. I can't really
Me that is still single.
Oh, okay.
They shine teeth throughout. I guess this is a step to our own breakthrough when we'll be eventually get to be in love and settle down. I guess I won't be bothered because Radio Fry got me covered. Amazing show. Thanks for the education. For educating us always.
Thank you so much, Vesta. So we'll continue with some of the comments that we're receiving on Facebook.
Vesta, I enjoy being love sweet. And this is the Uncle David Hassan. Love is all about trust.
It is. Like trust maybe has 50% in there. Like it's one of the strongholds in any relationship. We have a comment from Richlin that says lack of tolerance and forgiveness also cause marriages to break up, and communication plays a significant role as well. She's absolutely correct about that, because like we're saying, the previous commenter that said accepting the person's bad conduct, I mean, I feel like that one is like, if the person has a bad conduct, then don't be with them.
So he says accommodating.
Yeah, you should not accommodate any bad behaved person. That person should not be in a relationship because that's what leads into toxic relationships or partnerships that people have. But when you see a weakness in the person, you can tolerate it in a way that you're able to help them to see it, and then now they work on it, then that's fine. But when someone doesn't want to actively work on it
themselves,
then it should not be tolerated technically, actually, because the person should be their best self for you. They can't be the most horrible person for you because nobody ever wants to be in a relationship like that. So if my partner has told me that, listen, when we have a disagreement, you're always shouting, you're always raising your voice, don't take it bad. I said, okay, fine. You know what? Next time, if we do have a disagreement, I'm going to try my level best not to raise my voice. Or some women, like, they have public display of disagreements, like, and that, like, for anybody, like, even if... Yeah, even if I'm in public like correction. I'm having public correction. Even if it's like with my mother or with my friend, I would still be embarrassed if I'm talking to you, like we're talking on a volume, and then you just like escalate it up. I'm gonna be like, what's going on here? Like, you could have just said that to me because it's just you and I have the conversation. So like, I will not tolerate that. Like constantly, every time you have something to say, unless you do it on a public, that cannot be tolerated. So the other person who is in the relationship that has that bad conduct or behavior should be able to work on it. And you knowing that the person is making an effort is what you're tolerating because you know that there's an end goal of change. Anyway, we'll continue with the conversation. We have about 4 more minutes left on the show. I would only be able to take one more call on 088-971-971 to share your own story. The engagement question that we're asking, we said, what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever done for a crush? Like, what's not the most ridiculous thing you'd ever do for what's the way you like you leck at that one? Some man don't say I don't pay school fee. Some man don't pay bills them. Some man don't act dumb just for a crush. But you know, we get different things that we people then can go through. Richling continue for saying, like you're saying, I believe one shouldn't continue tolerating what you know you can't put up with on the long run. During courtship. So when people aren't true to themselves in courtship,
so something big enough to put up with, but they still do, believing their partners will change, or they themselves think that they can manage it, then they end up being fake to themselves and eventually in marriage. They realize they shouldn't have been putting up with this. Thus, frequent strife and divorce becomes the alternative. In short, not start waiting, you not able continue, or not continue with waiting, you not go able end.
And that works in both ways, both in bad conduct and in the campaign mode. Please,
campaign.
If you're giving $100 every week, then you get married. You don't give any. So don't start something you can't
start
follow.
for book, not like book.
We'll continue with our messages quickly.
And James King Kali, good morning, good morning. And sexy Sahid. The first heartbreak feels like the end of the world.
It does really.
But seems unbearable. It is bittersweet, teaching us that vulnerability comes with both joy and pain.
I like that.
This, you don't taste heartbreak. Don't chop breakfast. You don't chop breakfast. And I think
our last comment.
Ooh, that's my pastor.
Oh, really?
The one that said you should not book and cook.
We're not calling names. But I will stick to my pastor's advice. Thank you, guys. Thank you too, sir.
Thank you.
And I think we are almost
at the end.
Of this topic is sweet. So sweet. We want to say thank you, ANDREA SNELL, for being here with us. Thank you for all what you've said. You don't teach me so much. You got to go teach me outside. For next year, they take lessons. For next year, now they serious back.
Wow.
For now, I'm out.
Taking a break.
She's focused on herself.
Yeah.
Male empowerment.
So do you have any like final words when it comes to first time romantic relationships based on your like experience? If you were to advise somebody, even your child, it doesn't really matter who, but like what one key advice would you give?
Just take it slow. Don't rush. Don't think when you start a relationship, so I meet this guy, oh, he's the love of my life, and start putting everything. Take things slow, one step at a time. Not ignore nothing.
Sure.
You wouldn't comment on everything. That don't mean say you don't notice something.
Yeah.
They deny it.
Yeah. That's
Thank you very
beautiful.
much. We hope all our listeners have enjoyed the conversation today on Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Like we said, we are the largest radio network. We're covering 10 districts out of 16 districts in Sierra Leone. Come on, give us a clap. And we're launching the brand this year, by the way, with the 10 districts. And for you to know that we are very, very serious about what we're doing. We want everybody all across the country to have access to our radio programming. If you want to advertise, you want to sponsor the show or partner with us, we're open to that as well. We're open to business. You can call us on 090-971-971. It's different from the studio line. And you can, advertise and do some business with us. We hope that you've enjoyed the conversation. You keep the studio line always on your phone, 088-971-971 to be part of the conversation. And keep our website as well, because we're going to launch an app that will make it so much easier for you to have access to us and for you to see us online. So our website is www.fryfry.life, and on there you can listen to us 24 hours a day as we are on the digital platform. But always stay tuned to Radio Fry Fry. And next up, good music.
Mama, you don't sew me clothes? Mama!
Yes.
What do you they do?
I don't sew the skirts now. I just the top number now left.
What do you mean by don't sew the skirt? Momo service don't start. And they keep on saying
Give me
that.
25 minutes, man. I just the top number. Wait.
Mama, I don't get time.
Wait, 25 minutes. Now I had the app. Don't
Lights don't go.
Okay, mommy, you know waiting lights don't go. So wait, my one go quick up like this junction. I'm go buy headset to put on.
Mama,
Give me 30 minutes. Give me 30 minutes and they can't quick.
Esa agent on Sunday. But you not get free money.
I feel money.
Give me your meter number.
Oh,
you dey pay me money back.
What do you mean? 00.
Don't let lights out affect your work. Use AfriMoney to buy top up for your EDSA meter. Dial *161 *2 *2 *1 hash now and top up your EDSA meter anytime, any day.
Mommy, the lights don't come. I feel money now magic, mommy. The mommy you soft, the mommy you kind on there.
Mama, make look.
AfriMoney, quick and easy.
Look, see, I will last camp on this farming business.